Hey guys, Puppy's World here. I just wanted to give you a little update. I think I've done this before for you, but I wanted to show you if you are in a traffic jam, say, and you have got a long ride to work or a long ride home, one of the two, it is really, really nice to pop in a movie and watch it with Dolby surround sound and or DTS surround sound. So for those of you that don't know, I have installed a couple of JL audio amplifiers in this car, as well as all JL audio speakers with some active crossovers and whatnot. My sound system from the factory originally came with Bose speakers in the door and then tweeters and mid-ranges up above, more near listening level. And I do have a center channel speaker that's actually underneath the dash, that kind of brings the music upward, towards the listening position. But I'm going to show you, and if you'd like to know more about this is a pretty simple, basic install that you're going to do with a DVD in-dash player. So right now I am listening to just the radio. I used to have Sirius radio. That's probably the best paid subscription radio I would definitely recommend. This car needs some cleaning and a full detail, a full polish, so I can show you that, guys. I've got some scratches, even some dents to take out on this car. I can show you how to do that, but I'm going to show you how to give it a full detail. I mean, starting with a compound, then moving down to a swirl remover / polish, then moving down to a finishing glaze. After that, moving down to a fine polish again. But then, you always want to finish off with that finishing glaze, and I'm going to show you how to give it the best possible wax. We're in 2017 now, so the best possible car wax is not Carnauba wax anymore. Not your local turtle wax. That's probably the crappiest wax that exists on the market. I go with a synthetic paint sealant rather than a wax, and I can show you my finish, but keep in mind, every time I wash the vehicle too, I clay it. I take a clay bar and I rub it up and down the paint, always moving in the direction of the wind, so there's no swirls and scratches. And when I wash the vehicle, guys, I do use a 2-bucket method. I use 1 bucket to dip my wash mitt with my soap in, and then before I dip my wash mitt back into that same soap bucket, I'll dip it into a pure, bucket of water. In both buckets, I do have the grit guards in the bottom of them. It's just a little plastic grade type deal that rubs the dirt off and the granules off the wash mitt. So I'm going to teach you how to do some insane professional automotive detailing to your own car, take dents and scratches out, swirls included, how to polish them. So I've got anywhere from a Porter Cable 2045 XLT polisher. That's a electric 6-speed polisher. Then I've got a Roops polisher. It's an Italian-made polisher. And then we move up to the pneumatic polishers, the one that's actually connecting to an air compressor and going to, giving you much higher speeds, like 30,000 RPM. So there's so many different ways to polish it, but I want to show you how to do this. If you'd want, if you're wondering about the install on these things, these DVD in-dash players with a screen and all that, and every car should have this. I cannot imagine not being able to watch a movie while driving. But from the factory, guys, when you buy these DVD in-dash players, they are going to want you to install, and you're going to have to install a parking brake wire. And what that does is it allows the DVD in-dash player to only be playing a movie while the parking brake is on. And you wouldn't want to have the parking brake on while driving, of course. So what you do is you actually take a piece of metal and you wire it up to that wire so that it is working all the time. If you're not a complete idiot, you're not going to have your eyes completely on the screen while you're driving, and you can kind of look at both more or less, or just listen. And then there's ways to get an in-dash player where you can actually cast your phone to the screen. So if you want Netflix, Amazon Instant Video, Vudu, or a movie that you've got saved on your phone, you can certainly put that on the in-dash DVD player. So I'm going to pop in a DVD right now, guys, and show you the quality of this, but it's the sound, more or less, that I am paying attention to here. So for this, I'm going to be putting in a DTS ES surround soundtrack in Shoot 'em Up with Clive Owen. I'm just going to pop this guy right in, and then I'll show you how it sounds. And keep in mind I can use the controls here. I can switch chapters and whatnot, so... And also keep in mind, guys, it is over that temperature. It is over 91 degrees outside today, and we're September 7th. We're 22nd today.
We found this tape all over, and it's blank.
Really? This video don't work. Yours looks like this. Look. All the tapes are blank. It's the TV, man. Show me how... Why is it doing that? Does that happen when you do it? Uh-oh.
In 8 hours, we're gonna be in Amsterdam. This is amazing.
I know, dude. It's gonna be exactly like Eurotrip, only it's not gonna suck.
Man, I've never used a sick day before. I'm taking a whole week off from work here, man. Hey, what are you doing?
What's up with the guy with the weird eyes? He handicapped or something?
Now, keep in mind, guys, I do have every one of my car speakers. They're 5 1/4 with external tweeters in the front by JL Audio. They are aftermarket JL Audio 6x9s in the back, and then a JL Audio center channel. But I also have a 12-inch Infinity subwoofer, and I have made sure to point that guy forward in a non-ported box. So I'm not listening to R&B or rap music too much in this car, so I don't want it thumping or rattling the trunk at all. But I do want that extra impact or that low-frequency effect for the movies. So it's just about the closest or best thing I could get to surround sound in the car. It is a true 5.1. So when I'm listening to Dolby, digital or DTS tracks, it does sound amazing. I'm not sure, you're not going to be able to hear the bass on this video, so I apologize about that. But this in-dash player does have DTS decoding and Dolby Digital, so yeah, I can show you what I've put in the trunk and how I've organized the things and wired them. I've wired them with like 4-gauge power wire and 4-gauge grounding wire. It's worked out perfect so far, and yeah, we'll get to the movies in a second. Now, I did used to have a 6-speed manual, one of these Acura CL Type S's, but with this many miles on my original Acura, I just can't get rid of this, guys, and with the finish and whatnot, it's almost 100% completely pristine, this vehicle. I performed the brake changes, all myself, timing belt myself and everything, so I have to say that I'm probably going to keep this car until the engine blows up on it. But I'm glad I don't have a manual in this one. Of course, I only prefer driving a manual, so usually I shift it over into the sequential sport shift type mode, and it gives us more of a manual type drive. But yeah, you probably wouldn't want to do this with a manual transmission. However, you certainly could, and it'd be just as enjoyable that way as well. So we're going to shift over to automatic here and get to our movie. That is my Valentine 1 radar detector going off right now, so keep speeds below 90 here. You might think it's it's dangerous to do a YouTube video while driving, especially on the freeway. However, I am extremely good at driving and will not get into an accident. I know not to say that, but you just got to be as careful as you can, especially with a DVD player like this going in your vehicle. Now it is running in DTS too. Keep in mind, going 80 miles an hour, you gotta be careful, and it's hard to get the phone, shaky.
You're dead, bitch!
you looking at?
Fucking hell.
Looks like you were shit out of luck, beautiful. I'm gonna give you your C-section. You son of a bitch!
Eat your vegetables.
Get out of here!
So unfortunately, guys, I am going to start paying attention to the road now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'll be back with a ton more. I've got some other automotive stuff, but mainly I'm going to be focusing on the Atmos and height channels and stuff and the power amps. And like I said, I got power amp number 3 video coming tonight, folks. Thank you once again, and please subscribe. By the way, before I sign off real quick, I just want to let you know that one of these gauges, someone had been asking about that before. This is a scan gauge. It does give you real-time horsepower readouts, torque, any scan codes that are wrong with your engine computer. And I've got it mounted right here because it'll give you real-time, gas mileage readout, miles an hour, all that stuff. It goes through like 41 different possibilities of what it can read out to you. And it's pretty cheap, so it just, has to connect to an OBD2, onboard diagnostics 2 type computer, and yeah, you get all full-on readouts and whatnot. So it is a great addition to have, especially if you have added a turbocharger and or intercooler to your motor. Thanks guys for watching, and I will be back.
He's coming. Come on, give me one big push.